I'm just going to talk really loud. I don't need a mic. Oh, I'm really loud. So anyway, whenever I go home for break, I always end up watching numerous Hong Kong action flicks with my friends because they think this is awesome and I think this is awesome. And we go down to the video store and for $5 we buy just a whole stack of old DVDs of action films from the 80s and we just watch people kick each other for a couple of days. It's great. So, we recently got a movie by our favorite director and actor, Sammo Hung, who was current in Hong Kong action films in the 80s and stuff. Still is around. But anyway, he puts Jackie Chan to shame. Not only is he a better martial artist than Jackie Chan, but he also weighs about 300 pounds. So everything he does is 3 times more impressive. Among his best films are Where's Officer Tuba? A film about a ghost police band tuba player who is, his friend is a ghost, anyway. The Magnificent Butcher, which is about a magnificent butcher, and the one we watched over the break, Spooky Encounters, which is a supernatural action flick. The plot of Spooky Encounters is this. Bold Chung, he's called Bold because that's his sole character trait, discovers that his wife is having an affair with a man. He doesn't know who the man is. He goes to his boss and says, "Boss, I need to take time off. I need to find the man who's been fucking my wife and kill him." And his boss is the one who's been fucking his wife, so his boss is, okay, I better fix this. So his boss goes down this road to the local Taoist wizard and hires him out and says, "Listen, I need you to get all supernatural and shit on Bold Chung and kill him." And the Taoist wizard goes, "Oh, this is easy. We will employ Chinese vampires." Now, in case you didn't know, Chinese vampires are at least 100% or 1,000% more awesome than Western vampires. None of this sparkly dating high schoolers shit. They wear fancy clothes. They wear the fancy clothes they were married in because they are dead people. They are very stiff because they're dead people. They hold their arms out in front of their face like this and they hop because they're dead and they can't bend their legs. Also means they can't look under anything, they can't look over anything, they can't climb stairs, they're always bumping into poles and getting stuck. Perfect enemies for a great action flick. Bold Chung is all over them, he's kicking them and escaping them anyway, it's hilarious. So the Taoist wizard sends a guy to Bold Chung and dares him to stay for a night in a haunted house, or I forget what it is. It's some room with a huge coffin in the middle of the floor containing vampires. And Bold Chung is in there, and he's hiding from the vampires, and they're jumping all over the place. And the next, 2 hours of the film is just Bold Chung hopping around with all his 300 pounds of him while vampires chasing through the woods. It's excellent. Anyway, at the end of the film, there is a huge fight scene, which is the best fight scene in the history of ever. Bold Chung has by this time acquired his own Taoist wizard, who's fighting the other Taoist wizard. And the most important thing to determine the power of the Taoist wizard in this film, I don't know if this is true, I don't really know anything about Taoism except what I've seen in this film, is the size of their altar. So they need a really, really tall one. And this film makes fun of this by the Bold Chung's Taoist wizard. Says, "Okay, I got the best altar." And he pulls this altar out, it's on a scissors lift, and it goes up like this in the air. And so he's got Bold Chung pumping up his scissors lift, and way up there at the top, he's got action figures of gods on it. And he can do things with them to possess Bold Chung and turn him into the best fighter ever. So he possesses Bold Chung with a female war goddess, and Bold Chung is there to bra, fighting his boss who's being possessed by a different war god, who's being directed by another Taoist wizard on the top of another 20-foot tall altar. It's fantastic. They've got dead chickens, and they're throwing the chickens at each other, and the chickens are exploding, and they've got these wooden swords that they're doing things with. They painted each other all over with blood to protect themselves, and at one point, the evil Taoist wizard, you know he's evil because he's dressed in fancy robes and stuff, which is unbecoming of a Taoist wizard, apparently. He shoots a bolt of fire out of the end of his sword like this, and it goes flying across to the other altar. The other Taoist wizard bares its chest, and there's all these runes written on it in blood, and it goes, and it bounces off, and it goes back over to the evil Taoist wizard, and it lands on him, and he's covered in fire, and he dies. And then Bold Chung Sammo Hung is beating the shit out of his boss, and eventually, because he's possessed by the cooler war goddess, and because he's wearing a bra, I think, he defeats his boss, and his boss dies. His wife is there, and his wife comes out, and she tries to get the upper hand in the situation, because she's the evil one who's been directing this all along. And she goes, "Oh, Bold Chung, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh, he was raping me, and now you've sent me around." But Bold Chung is clever by this time. He's figured out what's going on. He pretends to comfort her. He goes, "It's okay, it's okay." She stands up, and as for the other, he goes, "I know you lied, bitch!" And punches her in the jaw, and she flies 8 feet the most excellent fat action film star ever. That is the end of my set.